What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Listen, man. Guys, what are we saying? Guys, what are we saying? Listen, yo, hey, I'm not gonna lie. Round of applause for Jan Laporta. Deco, please get this deal done. You know what I'm saying? Nico Williams, you know what I'm saying? Guys, look what we got here. You know what I'm saying? The same guy, Nico Williams, the guy who kind of stalled, was mad hesitant about joining us, and we got mad rumors about him legitimately yesterday. It was legit like flowing every single 30 minutes. There was another Nico Williams update. And you know what's crazy about this, man? I would have went live yesterday. I would have had an emergency live, but the problem was that unfortunately I had to go to the dentist. I already had an appointment. But listen, guys, we are here today, just the other day, and we're going to talk about three different things on this live. We're going to talk about the Nico Williams news, right? How it would fit in Hansi Flick's team, like the tactical adjustments. I'll share my screen and all that, right? And then on top of that, we're going to talk about probably departures on like the last maybe 10 minutes or so, right? Because Barcelona, we're signing players. Jan Garcia is already through the door. We got Nico Williams, but who are we going to sell, right? Are we like suddenly out of the mud? Like what happened to the FFP? What happened to Javier Tebas bothering us? But listen, guys, it's very nice. Hey, big up to the chat. Guys, we are going to cook. In this live stream, we will cook. So, guys, make sure to smash up the likes. Smash the likes, right? Big up to my guy, Luke, right? Is it true that Williams is coming to Barcelona for real? Yo, it looks like it's stronger forever. And I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a second. But big up to the chat, right? Listen, the deal is possible. Nico, we're going to talk about it. He wants it. He initiated it, right? Deco, bro, listen, I got a lot to say, so just stay tuned, guys. Listen, stay with me, all right? Big up Zach, big up Segule, big up Santiago, right? Listen, I'm not going to lie. If Williams comes to Barcelona, hey, Real Madrid, bro. You know what I'm saying? You guys are already holding 4 with the incomplete Barcelona team. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to start holding 5. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Nico on Trent. I like that matchup for us. Nico on Trent. I'm just saying. But, guys, I can't even lie. Let's get straight into it, right? Let's get straight into it. Let me share my screen. And guys, I'll read the chat. So be active in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. I'll read the chat probably every 2 or 3 minutes, right? But listen, let me share my screen because we had huge news, right? We had absolutely huge news. And this was the first one that started it all off. You know what I'm saying, guys? I think you guys, listen, can you guys see my screen? Hold up. Hold up. Okay, yo, hold up. I need to do this. Yeah, guys. Wait, hold up. What's wrong with this, bro? Yeah, guys, I think you guys can see my screen now, right? Basically, breaking news, right? Reported by Sport and what was it, Carlos Monfort? Basically, breaking, right? And this started the domino effect. This started it right here. This report right here that came out by Sport. And y'all can see on the screen, Deco met with Nico Williams' agent today in Barcelona, which is now yesterday, obviously. Barca are indeed exploring a move for Nico Williams. In the meeting today or yesterday, right? Deco gave registration guarantees to his agent. The player prefers Barcelona over other clubs. And that was the first report. And people were talking about it. I'm in some group chats, right? And I was thinking, it's just one report. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's just one report. It's also by Sport. But in Sport, let's be honest, they're not the most reliable. But what followed was absolutely crazy because it wasn't just that, right? Like, guys, let me share my screen right here, right? Just after that, legitimately, like an hour after, it felt like, Fernando Polo, a reliable journalist, and guys, I'll get to the chat, but guess what Fernando Polo said yesterday? Nico Williams is quote-unquote crazy. Crazy, bruv. He didn't say he likes it. He didn't say he desired. He said he's crazy about joining FC Barcelona. He sent his agent today to Barcelona to express his desire. The player is willing to join even without any registration guarantees. And this is huge because remember, Nico Williams, guys, and let me just take off the full screen right here. Guys, if you guys remember, and I'll get to the chat, right? Nico Williams last year when we went in for him, he wanted guarantees. He legitimately wanted to be guaranteed that he would be registered, right? And would not face a Dani Olmo situation where Dani Olmo was legitimately unregistered twice this season. Nico Williams did not want that, right? He was the hot topic. He was legit. Nico Williams, after the Euros, his stock was at an all-time high. But right now, it feels like there's a shift. It really does. It feels like Nico Williams right now, guys, if he doesn't need no guarantees, then Barca, why can't we complete this deal in the next 2 weeks? We will see, right? Let me get to the chat real quick. Big up Turbo Barca. Big up to all you guys. What if Barca messes up their sources saying Barca? Yes, I will talk about Luis Diaz later in this live, so just stay tuned, bro. I got you. I'm gonna give my take on that. Why is it this time you don't? Hey, man, bro, I haven't been active on WhatsApp like that, bro. I'm going to be honest, bro. I've got work, so I legitimately haven't been mad active. But big up, Luke. Haven't seen you too much, but big up to you. But I do want to move on because it's not just Nico Williams. It wasn't just Fernando Polo. It was more, guys. I bookmarked everything, right? It's not just that. It's not just that Nico Williams, right? It's that, guys, look at the salary. Apparently, according to reports, it was also Ben Jacobs who said, a reliable English journalist, he said that Nico Williams would take a wage cut to come to FC Barcelona. And then it got confirmed by Santi, right? This brother right here out of Barcelona. Guess what he said? Nico is ready to accept the terms which Barca offered him last year, which wasn't crazy. 6.5 million euros net annually. And when I see this, Nico Williams would be taking a wage cut. For anybody who doesn't know, Nico Williams is on a very high wage at Athletic Bilbao. Of course, their club, Athletic Bilbao, it's a club where it's kind of crazy because they don't sign players, and it's a unique scenario. Athletic Bilbao, they are a club that they don't spend any money, zero transfer fee, and they only recruit from within in that Basque region. And what they do is they put their players, since they don't spend any money like Barcelona, right, and Real Madrid, they put everything that they got, every dollar, into the wages. So Nico Williams' wage is very high. But if this is true, this would in fact mean that Nico Williams would actually be open to taking a wage cut, a decrease in his wages, and you add 2 and 2 together, that he would take a wage cut, and on top of that, he would play with even no guarantees of getting registered, right? Barcelona can do that. Barcelona, we know, Javier Tebas. This brother is so annoying, by the way. This guy will legitimately not stop talking about Barcelona's finances. But if Nico is open to no guarantees, I think Barcelona, we can get this done, and we can get it done quick. It just depends how we're going to move in the future. But what is your reaction, guys? I do want to see this, right? Big up, Rafai. Big up, my guy. Guys, make sure to smash up the likes. It really helps the channel grow. It helps the algorithm. And when you smash the likes, right, basically new people see the content. So that basically, please smash the likes. It's the least that I ask from you guys. Subscribe also if you are new. But let me read this comment. Unlike most transfers, this would involve us most likely needing to pay $60 million upfront for the release clause. In other deals, clubs can negotiate to pay in installments, something Barca would like ideally. But what I will say is that I actually have a hot take. I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I really believe, real talk, guys, I think, and let me put this off. I think that, honestly, Barca, when I call them semi-broke, because that's the joke I always use, Barcelona can sign everybody, but we can't register them. I think we have an FFP issue with the wages, but I think we got money when it comes to transfer fee. Because how would we be linked with paying Jan Garcia's release clause? We would be paying Nico Williams' release clause. And on top of that, we would get Grimaldo potentially in the future, later in this window, with a release clause. And I really believe, right, Dani Olmo didn't. I don't know if we paid the release clause with that too. Guys, let me know if we did or not in the chat. But, guys, I think that Barca, when it comes to transfer fee, that's not our issue. Our issue is FFP, the wages, and because La Liga has strict rule with FFP, that is our problem. When it comes to transfer fee, we can go all out. We've seen the rumors that Barca are going to go big for the striker next summer. So I'm going to be real. That's what I think. Big up, Rogelio, my brother. Yo, Nico time. Listen, I'm telling you. Bro, Nico time is – guys, I can't lie. Twitter absolutely blew up, guys. I promise you guys. I'm sorry for not going live. But the problem was I had an appointment, bro. I had a dentist appointment that was already there, right? And I can't skip it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Imagine, bro, I got African parents. You think African parents are going to let you skip a dentist appointment, that they keep bothering you about for streaming? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should know better. But, guys, I can't believe it. This Nico, we're going to get back into the rumors. There's so much stuff to talk about. But let's keep it a buck, right? Hey, big up Turbo. I haven't seen you in the chat. Guys, legit, I ain't good cap. You think y'all laughing. Yo, African parents are no joke, bro. Listen, just because I'm an American immigrant, don't think that it's different. Trust me, bro. My parents are first generation, bro. Real talk. Which one is more exciting? Watching Tyrese Halliburton hit a game winner or watching Lamine, bro. As much as I like the NBA, bro, I'm not an NBA. I don't have a fan. I'm a bandwagon, bro. Whatever's hot in the NBA, I'm there, bro. But going back to Barca, because that's what we're here to talk about, right? 25 mil is relatively affordable, but I doubt Debas, bro. That's the thing. I'm surprised, genuinely, guys, in the chat. Do you guys agree with me? I'm surprised Javier Tebas hasn't said a word in a while. Let's be real. This guy talks about Barcelona on the weekly. You know what I'm saying? This guy, Barcelona gets 2 wins in a row, 3 wins in a row. Javier Tebas is already there. He's at the front door saying, Jan Laporta, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? This guy is he's like the ultimate party. You know what I'm saying? He just destroys the party, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like that one friend that low-key, when he pulls up to the function, it's kind of dead. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? But he's been there for so long. I'm going to be real. That's Javier Tebas in La Liga. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it a buck. But Nico to Barca, it's not confirmed, bro. But the links are very strong. And we'll get back to the rumors, bro. Listen. Hey, big up Shane also, my brother. Big up Arunu. Big up Richards, bro. Hey, trust Tebas. I'm telling you, Tebas is about to talk, bro. It's been too long without him talking. But I'm going to keep it a buck. Nico Williams, if it's true that this guy is going to be taking a wage cut, I do think that this transfer can happen. And if he's going to come with no guarantees, and he approached Barca first. I don't think you guys deep this, right? I understand people are happy the links are back, right? And it's not Luis Diaz. A lot of Barca fans, for some reason, I understand because the age and the price tag. I'm not going to act like I don't know why. Like, I do know why a lot of people are not messing with Diaz. But I'm going to be real. Nico Williams approached Barcelona first, right? If he approached Barcelona first, and apparently Barcelona was only gonna make this deal happen if Nico wanted it. And that's my one criticism of Nico Williams. Let me tell you guys that for free. My one criticism with Nico Williams is that I said, does he truly want this Barcelona move? Does he truly want it? Because I was saying, as much as people don't really like these players, Luis Diaz and Rashford, these two guys legitimately were sacrificing everything to come to Barcelona. Where Nico Williams, it looked like he was half-hearted, but Nico Williams finally, right, has gave in, and he said, yo, I want to come. I'm crazy about it, right? And maybe it's embarrassment, bro. Maybe it's public embarrassment that he rejected us kind of a little bit, right, last season. But, guys, I will not ignore the chat. Listen, I love the chat, guys. Smash up the likes. It really helps the channel grow. But let me read 2 more reports before I get to the chat. I'm going to legitimately read every single one. But, guys, look at this. This was crazy. And look at this news right here. It's not just that. Hansi Flick, right, reported by, I don't know who this brother is, but he's always reliable, right? Hantes, I'm assuming that it was Jared Romero. I guess he's linked with him. But, guys, breaking. Hansi Flick called Nico Williams and explained the Barcelona project to him personally. And I'm not going to lie, when this happened, because y'all don't understand at the moment, and this is why I'm mad that I couldn't be live yesterday, right, when it was breaking. But legitimately, it felt like the news every 30 minutes we're getting an update about Nico Williams. It was like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? In the span of 4 hours, we saw so many reporters say similar things. And the links legitimately went from nothing 2 days ago to right now. Nico Williams is the perennial favorite. He is the favorite. It's not Luis Diaz. I don't think Luis Diaz is the favorite anymore because Liverpool are trying to play hardball, right? It's kind of crazy. And Hansi Flick, I got to say this. Credit to him. I've been saying it all year. I said this transfer window, get Hansi Flick whatever he wants because he deserved it. Xavi Hernandez, big respect. Xavi Hernandez, he said it would be tough to compete, and I understand. He's a rookie manager. He did his best. He did what he could. He did some good things. I can't even lie. But Hansi Flick legitimately came in, walked through the door, and worked his magic from day one. And I said just for this, he's the guy. Hansi Flick, we finally got a great manager since Luis Enrique. And I said, get him whatever he wants. And if he wants Nico, brother, I want Nico. If he wants Luis Diaz, I'm not against it either. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. We need a left winger, right? Hansi Flick wants one too. But Guys, there is 39 people. Yo, touchline. I just seen, my bad, bro. Touchline. Big up touchline facts, bro. Listen, huge Man United fan right here. This brother, he's a great streamer. He's on the come up. My brother just hit 1K too. Big up to touchline and support him too. But real talk, let me get to the chat because I'm not going to ignore you guys, right? Big up Rafi, right? Listen, we got 40 people here, guys. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. And also subscribe to the channel. Listen, guys, we hit 1K legit, I think, a couple of days ago. And listen, hey, road to 2K. Why not? But big up Wi-Fi, right? I have an unpopular opinion. I think Nico's inconsistency in the final third might be frustrating at times. I just hope Flick can get the best out of him. Listen, I do think that Nico Williams against low blocks, it is a little bit spooky. Sometimes he cooks, sometimes he doesn't. But I will say, Nico Williams, I'm going to be honest with you, we needed a winger. We really do. Big up John. Signing Nico will technically give us squad depth. And that's what I will go to next. This, after the Nico rumors, guys, and a little bit of Luis Diaz rumors, I am going to move on to sharing my screen about the tactics, what we could see next year. Because I ain't going to lie, Barca got options. Listen, Barcelona, guys, we might be out the mud. I can't even lie. Long gone are the days of Adama Traore on loan. Long gone are the days as Serginho Dest. Y'all remember that, right? Serginho Dest, a right back playing right wing. You know, long gone, even an Abde who was legitimately nice, but he just wasn't good enough for Barcelona. Like, long gone are those days, bro. Struggling in the Europa League. We got options. We actually have a good roster, and we have a very good manager, bro. I can't lie. I'm hyped for this season. I am. I'm very hyped. And, hey, listen, big up Rogelio. I haven't seen Rafinha's post. I ain't gonna lie. I might see it later. Hey, later in this live, I might check it out. But, yo, Nico would make the team a lot stronger. How do you think that, how do you think the chemistry will be between Nico and the Spanish players? Would Olmo be subbed or Nico be subbed? I'll talk about that later. Don't worry, bro. Luis Diaz is older, but he's a very good player. I do agree. Luis Diaz is a bit underrated, and I think he's a bit overhated because just because he's old doesn't mean he's bad, bro. Like, he's a good player. It's just that for the price, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to be honest. But Diaz is also inconsistent, like you said. Bro, you're crazy, bro. But big up Wesley, bro. Hey, I don't know what you're saying, Wesley, but fair enough. What happens to Rafinha? Brother, Rafinha signed an extension, yeah, but Rafinha's going to start. I've already said it, guys, and I'm going to get to this in like 5 minutes. Rafinha's a locked-in starter. Like, I don't know what you guys are thinking. Like, Rafinha is not going to be the guy who gets his position sacrificed. He's starting. It might be Dani Olmo, actually. It might even be Robert Lewandowski. That is a hot take. I can't lie. Barca have a proven project, and if Nico stays at Barca, he will forget about him like his brother. I hear it, bro. Hey, Liverpool, if they're trying to play hardball, then listen, we're just going to go for Nico. But listen, I understand. Big up to the chat. You guys have absolutely delivered today. I can't even lie. But, guys, I do want to, before I get back to the chat, I do want to actually talk about the Luis Diaz rumors, right? Because apparently today, this came out today. This is breaking news. For Barca, Luis Diaz remained the top priority, although Williams is now at least considered after the meeting with agents. And remember, Nico Williams people legitimately met up with Luis Diaz. It wasn't like Barca initiated. No, I've been saying this. I said Barcelona, I'm going to keep it real. Y'all in the chat, agree with me or disagree. Brother, when it comes to having a partner or even just a friendship, bro, I'm going to be real. If you're the only person initiating, the only person giving energy, what is that? You know what I call that? That's a bad relationship. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, but when I'm seeing Nico Williams is the guy who initiated, that's what I'm talking about, bro. At the end of the day, we're Barcelona. And even though I'm not trying to be arrogant, I'm gonna be real with you guys. We are Barcelona, bro. We should have pull. Players should want to come to us at the end of the day. And that's what I want to see from Nico the whole time. So apparently, I do want to talk about the Luis Diaz thing because there is a couple more rumors, right? Basically, Luis Diaz, once again, a priority to strengthen the attack. And the last one right here is basically right here, guys. I do want to show you guys. Barcelona will not go past 60 million. So let me stop sharing my screen for a second right here. Give me a second. Bear with me, right? Basically, guys, I do want to say this right here. I think that if Barcelona and Deco are still going to go for Luis Diaz, fair enough. I'm cool. Deco, die on your sword. Listen, at the end of the day, Deco is already not liked by a lot of Barcelona fans. But what I do got to say is that Deco, listen, if you think Luis Diaz is the answer and you're not going over 60, go one more time. I'll give you an ultimatum. Go one more time for Luis Diaz. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Stop being desperate and move on to legitimately Nico Williams. Nico Williams has legitimately offered himself to come to Barcelona as his first choice. This guy's got options, by the way. This guy, Bayern Munich want him apparently, right? Bayern Munich want him as a marquee signing. So I'm saying, Deco, just don't wait, bro. Deco, get Luis Diaz if you want him. I'm going to be honest. Liverpool are going to reject it. Let's keep it a buck. Liverpool are going to reject that 55 million offer because they're crazy. They think that Luis Diaz is some type of Neymar type of player in his prime right now. Like, I'll be real. He's 28, cool, but I'm not going over 50 million for Luis Diaz. And let's be real. Liverpool will reject it. It will happen. And then after that, go for Nico Williams. Okay, because Nico is a very good option. That's a 1A, 1B. Both of those players are very, very good. But listen, Barca need a defensive midfield. I will talk about that later in this live. Big up Gabriel, bro. I'm seeing new people in this chat all the time, bro. I can't even lie. Big up Project Blaugrana. Yo, I will talk about this, guys. Listen, the chat is cooking. But what I do want to say is that I think that Nico Williams, why wouldn't you come? Like, we see that, like, listen, why wouldn't he come? Chat, why wouldn't he come? It's Bayern Munich, with all due respect, or Barcelona, who not only are you playing with your friends, right? And I don't really buy into that. Pedri cooks with Nico. Olmo cooks with Nico. Lamine Yamal, y'all already know that link up between Lamine Yamal and Nico is dangerous. We already know about it. But what I do got to say, do you guys see Lamine Yamal's story apparently? Bro, Lamine Yamal's story was about Nico Williams and him. And you know what? Maybe Lamine Yamal knows something that we don't know. Because Lamine Yamal, this guy, I'm not saying that he's an inside journalist. No. But Lamine Yamal's at the club. He's employed. And I think, Lamine Yamal, I'm not going to cap. Why would he post on his Instagram story about Nico, brother, on a random Friday? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there. Why would he post about Nico randomly? I think Lamine Yamal knows something that he does. It might not be from Laporta or Deco or Flick, but I do think that Lamine Yamal probably called up Nico and he was like, yo, are the rumors true? And Nico said, yeah, bro. Listen, I met up. I'm trying to pull through. That's what I think will happen. But yeah, bro, listen. Facts. The Balde Nico, this is also another dynamic. Nico Williams would improve us by default. This is the thing. We don't have a left winger, guys. We really don't have a left winger that, I'm going to be honest, can dribble. As much as we love Rafinha, he's not a dribbler. Let's keep it a buck. Rafinha's a direct goal scorer. That's what he is. Nico Williams is a dribbler, and he would make the left back better. He would even make Gerard Martin better. Y'all are saying Balde. He would make Gerard Martin, the brother that we're trying to get off of, he would make him a bit better too. But real talk, Balde would improve. And I think that is also another thing that nobody's talked about. And anybody who knows ball, an overlap for a left back who's not insanely talented, Nico Williams would open up Alejandro Balde's options. I'm not going to lie. He would. And Balde, please improve your cross, because even if he doesn't, bro, you're telling me Nico Williams, Alejandro Grimaldo, you know what I'm saying? Those crosses, the overlap, I'm telling y'all, we're going to score goals. I'm going to be real. Big up my guy, Adam. Dembele struggled at Barca. Can you see Nico? Bro, Dembele was out. I'm going to be real. Dembele, as much as I cook him sometimes, the guy's legitimately, he was on some bad Barcelona teams. Like, I'm going to be fair with him. He was on some teams that, once again, he was with Serginho Dest. You know, guys like Adama Traore. You know, he was like with guys who are not that good, like Pjanic at the end of his career. Like guys who, you know what I'm saying? They just weren't good enough. I don't blame Dembele for it. So I'm not going to lie. Rafinha at 10. I will talk about this thing. It's been a hot topic, brother. But you know what? Let's get straight into it. But I can't lie. Bro, Nico Williams, Deco, make it happen, bro. I have a question also, guys, for the chat. Who do you think is Barca's first choice? In the chat, let me know. Do you guys think Luis Diaz is still the first choice? Or do you think that it's Nico Williams? Because I feel like right now, I low-key feel like the rumors are capping to us. I genuinely believe that Nico Williams is the first choice. Hear me out. People are saying Deco loves Luis Diaz. Hear me out, bro. Stay with me, all right? I genuinely believe that we chased Nico Williams all summer. We chased Nico all summer last year. All summer, you know, right? So I feel like that if Deco loves Luis Diaz, he loves Nico Williams just as much. Because this brother, Deco, he chased him all summer. He waited for him all legitimately. Half the summer, he waited for an answer. So I really believe that Deco actually does like Nico Williams. But the problem, in my opinion, is actually just the release clause. In my opinion, and this is a hot take before I get to the chat, because I just seen it exploded, right? This is my hot take. And yo, agree or disagree. Listen to this. Is this the W take? That Athletic Bilbao club, listen, they've tried to get us in legal trouble. That Athletic Bilbao club, they held on to Nico. They made it difficult for us to get Nico Williams. What I would do, in my opinion, right? I'm not going to lie. I would tell Nico Williams, force the move, force it, and I would ask Athletic Bilbao, yo, he's going to leave anyway. Can we pay this release clause in 3 installments? And I know it's kind of bully ball, and you're not supposed to do that with a release clause, but a release clause, for all the people who don't know, you have to pay it in one go right away, which is going to be tough for Barca because we got Jan Garcia, and we might get Grimaldo and Nico. We have to pay all that money at once. That's the thing. It's all release clause. I would kind of bully them. I'm not going to lie. Why can't we? Because Real Madrid, when they bully clubs, people always praise them. Oh, Real Madrid, they're getting players on freeze. They're legitimately forcing Mbappe and guys like, Trent Alexander to legitimately wait on their contracts. Why don't Barcelona, I know it's kind of messed up, but why don't we say, Athletic Bilbao, your player's leaving regardless, right? To us or Bayern, right? Listen, forcefully, brother, he's leaving regardless. Let us pay in installments, and Barcelona's FFP would be a bit better. But listen, I'm not going to lie. That's me. I'm going to be real. I'm a nice guy. I can't lie. But I'm not that nice. And listen, Deco Laporta isn't either. This guy, I'm telling you, he's a slick brother. That's all I'm going to say. Big up XYZ, bro. Do we have the funds? That's my thing. That's why I proposed that idea. Because I think it will be difficult for FFP reasons for Barcelona to straight up pay release clause, right? And that's the only reason why I can see Diaz being favored a bit, because you could pay it over installments, right? Even if it's 70 million, you could pay it over 5 years. But I would kind of say, yo, I would go to Athletic Bilbao and I would offer them that, because we've seen teams like, I don't know if you guys follow Man United, but Mateus Cunha, Wolverhampton let them pay over 3 years. So I would ask that, you know what I'm saying? Nico, because, okay, fair enough. So you guys think Nico is the first choice. First choice, it depends on personnel. Deco, Flick, Laporta all have their favorites, thus a bit chaos. Yeah, I do hear it, bro. I don't know who's the favorite. I genuinely think it's a 1A, 1B. You want Nico, fair enough. I want somebody, bro. I want a left winger so we don't have to rely on, I don't want to see, Fermin run out, or even guys like Dani Olmo, brother. Left wing sometimes in the season, you know what I'm saying? But I will, listen, let me get to the chat right now. I'm not going to ignore you guys, bro. Big up. I think Barca are getting Martinelli. Less of that, bro. This guy seeing us with Rashford links, Nico Williams, a man like, Luis Diaz, and he said Martinelli. Less of that, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? I told you, long gone are the days of us, getting Adama Traore on loan. No, none of that, bro. Less of that, bro. Barcelona, we've saved up. We waited, we were patient, and now we're eating good, bro. We got some good options. At the end of the day, even Diaz isn't that bad. I'm going to be honest. But big up John Williams, 4-2-3-1 formation, Nico left wing, Lamine right wing, Olmo in the 10, Rafinha as the number 9. We will talk about that right now. Big up. Can we get Lookman? The Lookman, this is the thing. Lookman, his thing is just, now I'm going to be real. Lookman rumors have just not been strong enough for me to talk about it every single day. When there's rumors, I do talk about it, but people love Lookman, but there's not. It's bro, am I going to make up news? Am I going to be the next Tony Marty and on my burner account, make up some news? Lookman's coming. I can't talk about Lookman if it just hasn't happened. There hasn't been enough rumors. You know what I'm saying? But big up. I would give Bilbao. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, Bilbao, bro. Less of that, bro. They try to get rid of us too with Dani Olmo, bro. Rafinha as a left back. Yo, calm down, brother. Calm down, brother. You know what I'm saying? Big up Dani Olmo, bro, my brother. Listen, you're saying, brother, you're not Real Madrid. Yeah, but guess what? Real Madrid play bully ball, and so many people legitimately praise them for that. So why don't we do it? So that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Why is the Barca player so shameless in celebration? Bro, our players can do whatever they want, bro. Wesley, I'm going to be real. Our players won 3 trophies, right? 3 on Madrid's head tops, right? They could do whatever they want, bro. Trent about to get cooked. People don't realize this. People don't realize this. Regardless of who comes, Trent is getting cooked. That is what we know for sure. Rafinha on Trent is a horrible matchup. Nico is even worse, I feel like, just dribbling-wise. Rafinha is ruthless. Nico Williams it's going to be Nico Williams on Trent is death by 1,000 cuts. And then Rafinha on Trent is like, you know what I'm saying, a one-punch knockout and he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, they're getting cooked. I'm going to keep it a buck. But this might be a smokescreen by Laporta to keep the fans excited. It has been confirmed, though, that Deco met with his agents, though. So that is true. That is true. Laporta has done stuff like this before. Yamal false 9? Not yet. I don't think so yet. And I'd rather have Rafinha false 9. But yo, hey, Wesley, bro, there's been so much chats. Like, big up to all y'all. But I've been trying to read as many chats as I can while keeping the show smooth. But it's very tough to read every single chat. I can't lie. But I will have to move on to the next topic because I don't actually have too long. Fortunately, your boy has a job. It kind of sucks. At the same time, it is good because I make a little bit of cash. But it also keeps me busy. But let me read this comment before I move on to the next topic, which will be the tactics. How could Barcelona possibly line up next season? Big up Project Blaugrana. Bit off topic, but Garcia, Nico, Ronaldo. Yeah, bro. That would be a historical window. But guys, I do want to actually let me do this. Can I share my screen? Hold up. Wait, what's 1 second? Guys, can you guys see the screen? Hold up. Bro, I don't know why StreamYard's tweaking. Okay, yeah, guys. I think you guys can see it now. Guys, here we are. Look at this lineup right here. Hansi Flick, legitimately. Guys, chat. Is this not a W lineup? Is this not a W? Like, real talk. Is this lineup? I'm going to be honest. I'm not trying to sound cringe. But isn't this lineup low-key? You know what I'm saying? It's a bit scary. I can't lie. If you're a defense and you're not a lockdown defense like an Arsenal or Inter Milan, brother, that's a scary defense. You're telling me a defense with legitimately, bro, they're going to have Lucas Vasquez left. They're going to have Trent Alexander. Brother, this is legit a four-headed monster. I'm going to be honest. This looks serious. And you know what's crazy? You know what else we could do? This is what I want to show you guys. Nico on the left, right? Nico will obviously sometimes come inside, sometimes go outside, right? Lewandowski, by the way, this brother's going to eat. Because even if he's 37, even if he can't move, the guy knows how to. I'm not going to lie. Lewandowski is the GOAT at scoring tap-ins, ugly goals. The guy, everybody calls him Wash. He had 40-plus goals. You know why? He's so good at getting into areas to score. That is what is priceless about Lewandowski. He's going to eat. But when Nico goes here, the overlap for Balde right here, Balde's going to cook too. I'm not going to lie. That is dangerous. I also want to show you guys this. Hansi Flick, we've got options, bro. We could even do this. We could take Lewandowski out the lineup, which I think a lot of fans want to see this. And this, I might make a video on this, but this is kind of crazy. Not Lewandowski. Like, he can't do that. But, guys, imagine we do this. Stay with me, right? Dani Olmo, right? Guys, are you guys telling me this wouldn't work? Right here. Are you guys telling me right now, hand on heart, bro, you're telling me that Dani Olmo at the 10, Nico Williams on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right? Rafinha as the striker who legitimately can do everything, right? You're telling me that wouldn't cook. I think that would. You know, you got so many options. Even the Frankie and Pedri in the midfield, you could play Bernal. You could play a 4-3-3. You could go like this. You could tell Frankie de Jong to legitimately hold bench. And you could bring, like, let's say, who are we going to bring? Let's play single pivot, right? Let's play single pivot. Let's say Frankie de Jong holds bench and we can bring Bernal, right? Mark Bernal. Guys, you're telling me this doesn't look so... Bro, this reminds me of Barca under Enrique. MSN. I can't lie. Hear me out. We could also do this. We have options, bro. I'm telling you. And Bernal, people are saying, what? Bernal? Why are you playing him? Bro, let me tell you this. Bernal, this brother, he was above Casado in the pecking order, right? This guy was above a lot of our midfielders in the pecking order, but he got his ACL injury. It could be this. Bernal is like the Busquets, Pedri, and Iniesta. You know what I'm saying? Dani Olmo could be like the Rakitic, right? Then you got Nico, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha. I'm telling y'all, who is stopping this team in Spain, especially? Maybe in Europe, better chance. You got Man City and Liverpool going crazy. But in Spain, who is stopping that team? I'm just saying, like, it's going to cook. We can go back to the 4-3-3. But listen, guys, I do want to say that team's crazy. Oh, you guys said Fermin. Even Fermin can play in in place of Dani Olmo. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So listen, we got options, but let me read the chat because we still got another topic. But I'm just saying, I just want to show you guys the tactical view. And according to the rumors, we already know Hansi Flick wanted to play the 4-2-3-1 with 4 legitimate attackers. He wanted to try out the one that I showed you guys earlier with Nico on the left, not Olmo at the 10, Rafinha at the 10, Lewandowski as the striker, and also Lamine on the right. So listen, I'm not going to lie. This would cook. And I'm telling you, this would cook. Where is De Jong? Brother, I just took him out. I'm just showing the options. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. This is the lineup that I'm seeing right here. That lineup right there is pure football. That's just called pure football. You're going to see 3 nutmegs. You might see an ankle breaker. I'm telling you, you're going to see some good stuff. You're going to see the PSG type of MSN ball movement. You know what I'm saying? But listen, hey, guys, for those of you guys who just joined, I listen, I kind of changed it up, but I do want to read the chat. Let me actually turn this off, right? Big up. Why aren't Barca, trying to get a right back? I do think we will. I don't think we're going to get one, actually. Now that I think about it, I think we're going to go for left back over right back. Rafinha has a Conte trait as a winger. His defense, that's the thing. Rafinha, if he plays the striker, this guy runs a lot, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. Barca's defense needs work. Absolute facts. Our defense, I'm not going to lie, as much as we score, we do get cooked a lot. And I'm not going to lie. People act like our defense is just around Araujo thing. Like, big up XYZ, but you're just saying selling around Araujo can bring some funds. I understand. I think that, I'm going to be honest, Christensen, Araujo, people are saying sell Araujo, sell Christensen. Even I've seen some reports. Brother, I would keep both. I'm not lying. I don't know if that's a hot take. I would keep both genuinely because I believe that we need both. Our center back department, I don't really trust any of them. I'm going to be honest. Even Christensen, the most reliable, is injury prone. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the truth. You prefer Fermin. Fair enough. You could put Fermin in for Dani Olmo. I'm not saying Fermin's going to play. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, he will play, but it is what it is. I think with Nico Williams, Rafinha might even be more dangerous because he can roam freely. That's what I'm saying. Rafinha, I think, will cook, bro. Tomac, well, that's a good problem to have. Exactly, Tomac. It doesn't matter about not seeing guys like Frankie de Jong or Fermin or Lewandowski, you know what I'm saying, or a Christensen in this lineup. That means we got depth, something Barcelona hasn't had for years, and nobody's mentioned. Y'all don't like that Jan Garcia's at the back? No, nobody's even mentioned it. Jan Garcia at the back. Our defense just looks a bit nicer. I can't even lie. I'm just saying. But yo, I'm not gonna lie. That's a real team. Like Barcelona, I'm not gonna lie. We're on the road to being back to a serious football club. At times, I'm not gonna lie. We're selling grass. We're letting people do weddings at the Camp Nou. I can't lie. Bro, I'm gonna get trolled by the Madrid fans. But when we're doing stuff like this, when our roster looks like this, we got Hansi Flick as our coach. Brother, who is stopping us? Listen, I don't care if it's the preseason or it's not even the preseason. It's the offseason. Bro, I'm going to get hyped, bro. I'm seeing Nico rumors. I'm seeing my club pursuing Grimaldo. I'm seeing my club actually look serious for probably the first time in a long time, bro. I'm not going to lie. I think Fermi might be cooked. This is the thing. I agree. I think Fermi Lopez's minutes might decrease, and I think Pablo Torre might have to leave. And one other brother I think that might be cooked is also Gavi. I think Gavi, I don't know what's his role. I think that Casado's above him. I think Bernal's above him. I think Pedri's above him. I think De Jong's above him in the double pivot areas. I think Fermin will still get run out because Fermin's a good player. But I do think that Fermin and Gavi and even Dani Olmo are going to get less minutes. I do think that's going to happen. Bernal is a baller. Tell them, Project Blaugrana. Bro, Bernal is a baller. The thing with Bernal is that he got an ACL. Flick rated Bernal over Casado. And Casado was balling out at the time. And he said, no, Bernal is better. He's my guy. I'm going to start him. And guess what? He just tore his ACL. It's not like he was playing bad. It's just an ACL tear. But, like, I'm going to be honest, I can't wait for Bernal. I can't lie. Yeah, Rafinha might cook. You're saying the Thomas Müller. Brother, Rafinha might score more goals next season than even last. I'm not even joking. If he's getting this type of service, like, I'm going to be honest, at times I do want to see us not use Robert Lewandowski because Lewandowski is very good when we're pinning teams back like all the way and we score goals. But I do think that, I'm not going to lie, man, sometimes we need movement. And legitimately, Robert Lewandowski, the one criticism is that the brother, he's like, brother, he can't move. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to even hate on Lewandowski. Like, no, I'm being real. I'm not trying to do like slander, bro. Sometimes, brother, it looks like I'm watching this guy in slow motion. Like everybody else is in like, you know what I'm saying, times 2 speed. And he's in slow motion. But I do want to say, bro, this team is crazy. But yeah, bro, listen, I think the perch of getting, because beyond the exception in the football world. Yeah, bro, I do think, listen, I think our lineup's nice, bro. You want to try 3 at the back with Nico and Rafinha, with Lamine and Olmo as the cam? Yo, I'm not going to lie. I don't think Flick would do that. That's the thing. I'm not going to lie, it sounds interesting, but I just don't think Flick does that because Flick is a 4 at the back guy. He's a high line guy. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Yamal has better traits to play false 9 compared to Rafinha. You're right, but I just don't think he's going to play right now. I think Yamal still needs to bulk up a bit. I think he needs to get a bit more explosive because in the middle of the park, you're going to get hit more. There's a reason why Pedri gets injured more than Lamine Yamal. You know what I'm saying? Out wide. That's why you can see all these skinny wingers when they're 18, 19 play. I think Lamine Yamal might play false 9 when he's like 22. I think right now it's a bit too early. Rafinha's got a bit more, grown man strength still. So I just think that's going to happen. Brother, yeah, but Yamal obviously is a better dribbler. Yamal false 9 in 2030, sign me up for that. I can't lie. Yo, sign me up for that right now, bro. I can't lie. That sounds crazy. Yes, bro. Facts, bro. That Spanish national team right here, I'm not going to lie. We're carrying Spain on their back, bro. On our back, I mean. Some of our fans are acting like they're – that's what I don't understand. Guys, I have a question. Why are some of our fans saying sell Dani Olmo? Like, I don't get it. I hear the Araujo slander because he had a bad season. I hear some of the slander, obviously, with Ter Stegen, because that brother's been bad since 2022 now, right? But why are some of our fans saying sell Dani Olmo? I just don't get it because he was good this season. Like, he was legitimately had a really good first year. His first year was better than Rafinha's first year, and we won 3 trophies, and he helped us. Like, Fermin's very good. I like both because they're different. Fermin is a box crasher. He's more similar to like a Jude Bellingham, the guy who has an engine. Fermin's a dog, bro. This guy's a dog, bro. Listen, like as much as I criticize Fermin a lot, I also know he's him. Like the guy, he's got qualities, bro. But I don't think the only thing with Fermin, he has to increase his vision, his final pass, if he wants to reach the world-class level. If he's trying to be a legend, he has to increase that final ball, that vision, right? Dani Olmo has that vision. Dani Olmo's problem, his biggest one, is that the guy is legitimately made out of like, bro, I don't know what he's made of, like tissues, bro. His hamstrings, plays 5 games tops, and then guess what? It goes, bro. And unfortunately for Dani Olmo, he is a baller. He's a cold stone baller, but it's just a problem. I'm not going to lie that we just have to hold it, bro. But I'm keeping both. I'm not going to lie. I don't think – do you think that Gavi and Fermin – I think Gavi won't because Gavi, I think he's going to be happy to be there. Bro, Ronald Araujo, I just think that – I think Ronald Araujo is just – I think he's going to be rotational, but I'm keeping – I already said my take on Araujo, keep him for 1 more year, at least, right? But listen, bro, Wesley, you already know. I'm trying my best, bro, to be fair. Y'all signed the Spanish Doku. Yo, relax, bro. Respect my guy, Nico Williams. This guy brought a Euros to Spain, bro. This guy was cooking Barcelona. I remember that Copa del Rey 2 years ago, bro, when he eliminated us. You know what I'm saying? The guy is good, bro. Doku's kind of crazy. Laporta playing 4K chess. I'm not going to lie. Y'all are cooking in the chat, bro. Barca cooking with all the depth. Get a left-footed center back to compete with Inigo and this close. Bro, I'm not going to say it's a dynasty until we win our first UCL, but I do want to say, bro, I'm not going to lie. Our team's very good. Our team, once again, like, let me put it up here for just a second. But, yo, our team, you're telling me that team, and it doesn't even include Fermin right now. It doesn't include Frankie de Jong. It doesn't include Fermin. Well, I already said Fermin, right? Frankie de Jong, Ronald Araujo, Andreas Christensen, right? I think Grimaldo is going to come at the end of the window. I think that, it doesn't include Eric Garcia, who's been very good. It doesn't include, who else can I say? Lewandowski, right? It doesn't include guys like, I don't know, bro. Who knows what's going to happen with this Barca team? But one thing I know for sure is that we're stacked. And guys, I do want to ask, how did I go this far without not asking you guys this? Do we still get Rashford on loan? Because hear me out. Langley and Ter Stegen, big wages, they're going to leave the football club. And I think that Rashford, if he's going to take, legitimately, if Rashford's going to take a pay cut also, I think, I'm not going to lie, I think there is a shot that we can get Rashford and Grimaldo, and that's our summer. But Rashford will be on a loan. I'm just saying. But big up. Almost more. That's the thing. Almost more technical. And I think that, bro. I just think that, I'm not gonna lie, man. I just don't know. I think Olmo and Fermin are ballers, both of them. Well, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's showing warrior side this early. I remember reading that. Yeah. remember the message, Neymar's coach at Santos. I don't know Neymar. I don't know what's happened with Neymar. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm not going to lie. Doku was very good. Bro, stop complaining. Bro, stop comparing Nico to Doku. Stop it. Stop it. From Traore to Nico. This is what I'm saying. We came a long way. Guys, we came a long way. Brother, we legitimately came from eating at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, every other day. And guess what? Now we're eating good, you know what I'm saying? Like, we truly upgraded. We can go to a restaurant now. We don't have to eat Wendy's 4 for 4, bro. We don't have to, you know what I'm saying, be on food stamps. Barcelona went from truly in the mud, you know. I used to see the players we're linked to, and I hated all of them from the jump. Remember our reaction to Luke de Jong. I know we all love Luke de Jong after me. In my opinion, I love Luke de Jong. But remember our reaction to Luke de Jong when we got him. And then the board was trying to justify it. Coleman said, oh, he's better than Neymar in the air. Brother, who cares? Like, what type of comment is that? You know what I'm saying? Imagine trying to calm me down by disrespecting my guy Neymar like that. Like, bro, now we're linked to real guys, real brothers, bro. I'm going to be honest. Controversial, but I think Perisic might come. I think it's going to be Perisic or Rashford, actually. That is my hot take. I think it's going to be Perisic on a free, or it's going to be Rashford on loan. But it depends. We'll see what happens. Doku was good. Doku used to be good. I don't know what happened. I think that at Man City, a lot of talent dies. Even if they win trophies, you just don't see the same player. But listen, why not put Rafinha at the left attacking cam, at the cam, and Pedri at CDM? I don't know, bro. Santiago, I was shifting it around earlier. So I ran the 4-2-3-1. I put some players in. We got options. We can do a 4-3-3. I do want to see us at times. So listen, I'm not going to lie, bro. Shane, I don't know. Are you trying to say Julian Alvarez? Brother, all I'm going to say, guys, imagine this. This is the last thing before I move on to potential sales, right? Guys, imagine this. Look at that lineup. You're telling me that this ain't fire. And you know what? Let me move this because some of you guys are saying, let's go to realistic, okay? Let's get Bernal out of here, all right? Just bear with me now, all right? So let's get Bernal out of here, right? And let's say it's Frankie de Jong, right? So Frankie's going to start. We already know Frankie's going to start the season, right? And then on top of that, we move Pedri back to over here. We move de Jong back over here, right? And let's say we have Olmo here. Fair enough, right? What if actually, let's do this. Olmo is going to get out. And Rafinha is going to be the 10. And then what we could do here is we can shift and change. And then we could have, instead of Olmo, just disregard Olmo and also Inigo Martinez. Imagine we have our long-term striker instead of Olmo. And we have a guy like Alvarez or Isak, because that's what the rumors are saying for next year. Laporta wants to go big, apparently, right? And then we have a long-term left center back, right? Because regardless of Araujo and Cabarsi, I think we need 3 legit center backs every single year to compete. I think Cabarsi, Christensen, Araujo, I want one more serious brother. I'm saying Van de Ven from Spurs. I think he's a good option. I think that Schlotterbeck is another good option. But right here, Inigo Martinez right here, and Dani Olmo, disregard him. Imagine we get our striker and long-term center back. That is right there. That would legitimately be a world-class lineup. And if we don't win the UCL, right, in the next 3-4 years, I'm just saying, I'm questioning Hansi. I'm going to say, how did it not happen? I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, bro, listen, we're going from this, guys. Legitimately, this is eating good. And we got to remember the hard times of Dest on the right wing. When I legitimately, sometimes, I'm going to be honest, I got so tired of watching Barcelona having Dest and guys like Adama. No offense, because Adama could only run straight. I'm going to be honest, for all the good things he did. I legitimately would just start watching the highlights. If it's not a big game, I was watching the highlights because what am I going to see that I don't already know? Is this guy going to do a nutmeg? No. But when you're watching Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, it's must-see TV because Lamine Yamal might bust out a roulette, right? Do a little spin, do a little shimmy, a nutmeg here, and then slap it in the top corner or a Trivela. Who knows, right? Paulinho was actually good. That's why I don't disrespect him. I was relating to that Yamal. He's showing signs of Neymar. Neymar showed them early. No one helped him. Listen, I'm going to be honest, Wesley. What I will say is that I think Lamine Yamal, I think that if anything, what if he learns from Neymar? People don't say that part. What if Lamine Yamal fully learns from Neymar's mistakes? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens, though. Y'all are not getting Alvarez. He will forever be a Madridista. Bro, stop the cap, bro. Julian Alvarez agent, and on top of it, right? Julian Alvarez people, his camp, they've never denied. Whenever he's asked about Barca, they never deny it. Why, bro? If that was our player, bro, lurking with like Real Madrid, I would be pretty mad. I would be like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? Are you trying to leave the football club? Julian Alvarez has never denied the Barca links. That's the thing. And his agent hasn't either. So it's just the fact. Alvarez ain't low IQ. Alvarez is good. Alvarez is another player that he can create nothing out of, bro. He can create something out of nothing. This guy, did y'all see? Y'all know, bro, don't disrespect Alvarez, bro. This guy legitimately, he has a deeper bag. He has a deeper skill set than Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez for Argentina, sometimes this guy be selling. I can't even lie. In that World Cup, I was like, yo, this guy's trying to deny my guy Messi his moment. Julian Alvarez is actually very good. This guy right here, bro, the guy, do y'all remember his goal against Real Madrid? You know what I'm saying? Easy, off the post. Thibaut Courtois, that brother who's like 6'17", couldn't stop that shot. Going in the top corner, right? On top of that, Julian Alvarez for Argentina is very, very decent, bro. He's a good player, smart player, knows how to link up with Lionel Messi, but I mean, who doesn't, to be fair? But Van de Ven would be fire. I'm telling y'all, I know ball, bro. This is why. Bro, listen, guys, if you haven't smashed the likes and subscribe, brother, this is going to be one of the best Barca channels, I'm telling y'all, in 3-4 years. Let me cook. Give me some time, right? I'm not even joking. Trust the process. We're going to get to the top, bro. Listen, 1K was the first milestone, but we're going to get there. Trust me. You know, Alvarez, grab a pillow and go to sleep. Listen, even if I'm dreaming, Santiago, all I'm going to say is let me dream, bro. It's my channel. Why can't I dream, bro? You know what I'm saying? My bed's right there. Why can't I dream, bro? That's all I'm going to say. And who knows? Yamal Laporta, don't put anything past him, bro. You'll get Isak over Alvarez. Isak, that is true. And right now, if we get Nico, I do think Isak should be favored over Alvarez because he has the height, which Alvarez will never get. Obviously, you can't grow at like 25 or 26. But I would have Isak, but I think Alvarez would actually be cheaper. Yeah, to be fair, us begging rich, bro, I'm gonna say, bro, we used to be in the trenches and now we're eating good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Adama, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Adama, I ain't gonna lie. Baby oil merchant, I can't lie. I loved Adama, by the way. Adama was such a vibe at Barca, but you just wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Luke de Jong, too, vibe at Barca, won us hella points. Bro, he wasn't good enough to start as a bench. Hey, Luke de Jong would cook off the bench still. I can't lie. But when it comes to Barca quality overall, he wasn't good enough, if we're keeping it a buck. Those complaints about Nico's stats this season, let's not forget. Exactly. Big up. Yo, your username is sus, bro. Yo, pause, brother. But big up to you because real talk, why are people talking about GA now, about Nico Williams? Remember Rafinha's GA before Hansi Flick has came in. I already said this time and time again. Hansi Flick tax is real. Hansi Flick tax is real. Look at our four attackers. Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, right? Ferran Torres, Robert Lewandowski. All four of them were our main attackers. All of them cooked. All of them had amazing seasons. Robert Lewandowski had his best season yet. Rafinha had his best season yet, right? Like, it's not a joke. It's not a coincidence that everybody under Hansi Flick who's an attacker, right? Defenders, they struggle. But an attacker, they always cook. His GA, Nico Williams' GA, will double. I'm telling y'all right now, at worst, 1.5 times, bro. It will double. Trust me, bro. I'm just saying, bro. People are looking at GA, but y'all don't watch football. Y'all don't see the context. He cooks for Spain, you know what I'm saying, with similar players, right? Under an even offensive manager. I'm saying, bro, they will cook. Adama, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Adama Traore just ain't that guy, bro. Adama Traore, like, there's no reason to hate him, right? But I'll be real. Big up. Yo, big up for the raid. Byron View, big up for the raid. Big up. Bro, guys, if you are new, smash the likes and subscribe. We still are going to go for like 10 minutes. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Big up Zier. Big up Byron View, right? Big Byron fans over here. Support those brothers out too, right? Big up Earl. I agree. Isak's bag is very deep, and I think Isak would be the dream, but I think Alvarez is a second option that is very, very good. That's my take on it. Yeah, bro, listen, trust the process. We'll get there, bro. Alvarez's height doesn't matter. He finishes half chance. And let's be real. Are Barcelona a team that, do we lump in crosses? Are we like Burnley or like Sean Dyche's Everton? We're not. That's the truth. So I think that Barcelona, if we get for Alvarez, I don't think it's any problem. I'm going to be real. I really think that Alvarez was still cook because we're not a team. Even Robert Lewandowski, if we're keeping it real, hand on heart, bro, keep it real. Don't cap to me. Lewandowski, did he score 10 headers? No, he might have scored maybe, 4 or 5 this season? Like, Headers, Alvarez will score a few, don't get me wrong, but it's not like we play for headers. A lot of our goals are on the ground or they're bangers or they're cutbacks. You know what I'm saying? It's isolation, then a whipped in quick cross, maybe a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't play for crosses, so Alvarez would still cook. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. Yeah, Bilbao were trash too. I don't know why people don't mention this, bro. They were trash, bro. Real talk. He's going to a Barca team that is very good right now. Hansi Flick, bro, Hansi Flick, Nabry, and also, who's that, bro? I think Sane played one season with Hansi Flick, and on top of that, bro, I'm going to be real, Hansi Flick, at this point, you have to respect this. Any guy that he touches, Hansi Flick, any attacker turns into gold, even the mid ones, right? Because Robert Lewandowski was washed. Don't cap to me now, right? Stay with me, all right? Bro, Robert Lewandowski, everybody thought he was washed. That second season under Xavi. I thought he was washed. Everybody thought he was washed. Hansi Flick has got Robert Lewandowski being legitimately a man on fire. The guy is possessed. He scored 43 goals. You can't discredit that. As much as even I criticize Robert Lewandowski, how am I going to hate on a guy who scored 40-plus goals at the end of the day, won me 3 trophies? I have to respect it. It's like a forceful respect. I have to. You know what I'm saying? So Hansi Flick, that's his thing, bro. Xavi didn't, yeah, exactly. Xavi didn't know. Xavi, I'm not going to lie, Xavi was just not a great, manager. I think that he can coach. I don't think he's a great manager. Hansi Flick can do both. That's why he's just way better. Nico's 22. He's going to get better. Yeah, bro, stats. And I always say, look at the fit. Don't look at the stats. Look at the fit. The stats will come. You know what I'm saying? And even Nico's stats will probably be like 10 goals and I think like 17 assists. I think that's maybe 10 goals, 16 assists, something like that. I could see that for Nico because he's a guy who gets down the byline, whips in dangerous crosses, and the guys finish their chances. So listen, Bilbao, bro. Ernesto Valverde does not make his attackers better. Legitimately, Lionel Messi was legitimately cooking. He was the only guy cooking under Valverde. It wasn't nobody else. The best part about this team is only the start. Facts, bro. I can't lie. The future is bright. Perisic was cooking. You're right, Seer. Perisic was cooking. And we might even sign that guy again on a free. Perisic might come on a free. Who knows? Give it a week. The rumors might get stronger. Xavi's inexperienced. Facts, bro. That's why I don't hate on Xavi, but I do say that, listen, he just wasn't fit for the job. At the end of the day, I think if he had more experience, went to like a Napoli or a Serie A or even like a Sevilla at first, or even done Alonso at Leverkusen, he would have done a better job. But he just wasn't good enough at the end of the day, right? He peaked. It was very fun. It was good times. He brought us great moments. We had to move on. We're a top football club at the end of the day. The last thing I want to talk about before we conclude, guys, is the sales. Guys, in the chat, I do want to say this. Who are we going to let go, right? Because I think that Ter Stegen's on his way out, it looks like, right? Galatasaray are interested. I also do think that, I'm not going to lie, who's that brother? Ansu Fati is out. I think Ansu's out. I think Ter Stegen's out. Am I forgetting a name? I feel like I'm forgetting a name. I think that, I'm not going to lie, we're going to need 1 or 2 more sales. I still feel like. Pablo Torre, maybe for 10 mil. Can we finesse a La Liga team? Exactly, right on cue. I think Torre might be out. I think that we might need to sell Pau Victor. I think instead of loaning some guys, we might need to sell some guys because I'm going to be honest. As much as Lenglet's financial fair play, I believe it was 32 million, 16 million a year. That's like 1 player and a half, right? So that's like 1 player. If we sell Ter Stegen on top of it, that's 2 players. So I think that if we get I still think we need 1 or 2 departures that are at least a combined 40 million. I still believe that. Or maybe a bunch of guys that can equal 40, 50 million. I really believe that. Because remember, we're still going to go into the stadium, right? And I'm going to get to the chat right now. We're going to go into the stadium, right? On top of that, I feel like the stadium is going to be packed, bro. Nico, Lamine, Rafinha, Dani Olmo. Are you telling me the stadium's not going to be packed? I think he's going to cook, bro. The first half season, yeah, Xavi time, bro. 4-0 FC was fun. Sane's a great player. No, brother. Sane's washed, bro. And this Barca team, we're trying to build something for the future, right? So I think Nico is just better. And I think I'd rather have Perisic than Sane because Sane's a bit of a problem in the locker room. That's the thing. Perisic, he can probably be a good veteran mentor for Lamine Yamal. Yeah, I do think Torres out. Guys, this is what I do want to end off on. This is going to be one of my final thoughts. It's a hot take. Should Gavi leave Barcelona? Hear me out. Fermin Lopez, even if its minutes decrease, and some people are saying maybe cashing, nah. In my opinion, Fermin still has a role on this team. Fermin has a definitive role as a number 10. Dani Olmo has a role as a 10. Pedri has a role as an 8, right? Like, Gavi does not have a definitive role on the roster, in my opinion, right? Even Ronald Araujo has a role. Even if you hate Araujo, he has a role, in my opinion. That, like, for example, big up Project Blaugrana. Martin, right? Gerard Martin, how did I forget about him? That brother's got to go. That brother has to go. That guy's got to bounce, bro. Listen, because apparently the Prem's trying to give us some money for him. So he's got to bounce. Pau Victor, I agree. Fati, I agree. Ter Stegen, I agree. I'm going to add Torre to that. I still think that Ronald Araujo, I think he's going to stay. But listen, we will see. I can't even lie. It's going to be interesting, though. Inaki Pena, that is another one, bro. One center back will leave. It's going to be Christensen or Araujo, I feel like, bro. In my opinion, I hope both stay, though. I think that, bro, arguably they're our best two defenders when it comes to pure defending. It's kind of crazy, but it's the truth, in my opinion. But guys, listen, Gavi's overrated. Sell him. Listen, you're a Madrid fan, bro. Hey, I know what you're trying to do. Romano, bro, that brother has to bounce again, bro. This guy just came back. Yo, he's got to dip again, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not invited, bro. Legitimately, you're not welcome here. I'm going to be real, Romano. You know what I'm saying? No haircut. Y'all seen his haircut. No Romano haircut can trick me. I know who you are still, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gavi, in my opinion, right? Position in this team is a real threat. I do think Gavi might leave Barca, maybe not this year, but I do think he might leave next year just because, if we're being honest, La Masia is cooking up. I'm going to make a La Masia live soon. Bro, we got so much talent in La Masia. We got Bernal coming through. We got guys like that I don't even know their names on preseason. I saw Flick. Bro, Flick has a list of guys that he wants to have. He has like 5 different guys that he's trying to cook, you know what I'm saying, in preseason and try out. And 2 of them, I believe, were midfielders. And on top of that, Bernal's coming back. Yeah, Gavi, I could see Gavi to Atletico. I think that's a real option when he's like 25, 24, I think. Gavi's not overrated. I think Gavi, I'm going to be honest, he just doesn't have a role. If we're being honest, he just doesn't have a role. Big up Project Blaugrana. Yeah, Bernal's him, bro. Let me just read the chats, guys, because I am actually going to conclude, bro. I do got to go, right? And this was a fun live stream. We're going to be back maybe on Monday, maybe tomorrow. If there's breaking news tomorrow. If not, we're going to have a video, right, out tomorrow, right? I'm going to be creative. If there's news, I'll report news on the video. So check that out. Stay tuned. Check out my Nico Williams video, bro. Check out the Nico Williams video that I made. It's doing well right now. Smash that. Comment on it if you haven't seen that. But listen, I had some takes on Nico. But, yo, our midfield's loaded, bro. I'm telling you. Yo, some kid already getting hyped. I hear it, bro. I hear it. Ter Stegen, Torre, Martin, Romano, Araujo, Christensen, Fati. That's exactly what I think. And maybe even maybe we're going to sell a youngster from La Masia too. Who knows? But, guys, I do got to bounce. Big up to all y'all, right? Make sure to smash it to like. Stay tuned. We'll probably drop a video soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe today. Who knows, right? And a live stream tomorrow also or on Monday. Make sure to subscribe. Don't be a fraud, right? Subscribe to the channel. Smash up the likes. I will see y'all soon. Peace. Nico Williams. He might be pulling through. You know what I'm saying? The guy finally. But big up to all y'all and peace. Visca Barca. Stay safe, man.